History isn't always confined to books. Sometimes the most profound narratives lie just beneath our feet, waiting to be unearthed. For centuries, Göbekli Tepe was a nondescript mound in Turkey. Farmers unknowingly moved aside strange limestone blocks, unaware they were disturbing the cradle of civilization. In the 1960s, archaeologists dismissed it as a minor medieval outpost. The real story began in 1994 with a new perspective. German archaeologist Klaus Schmidt arrived, recognizing the site's hidden potential. He recognized evidence of massive Stone Age activity. The hill was a man-made mound. The limestone slabs were the tips of massive, intricately carved pillars. Schmidt understood the magnitude of his discovery, a monumental structure of immense scale, a relic from the dawn of settled human existence, a place deliberately built by people at the edge of civilization. The secrets hidden for millennia would soon be revealed. The world was about to listen and be amazed. Göbekli Tepe sits atop the highest ridge in southeastern Turkey, commanding views for miles. The landscape is ancient, part of the Fertile Crescent, where humanity first tamed wild grains and animals. The site covers about 22 acres, but only a fraction has been excavated. Archaeologists uncovered circular and oval enclosures, some 30 meters across, dug into the bedrock. At their heart stand pairs of massive T-shaped limestone pillars surrounded by smaller ones. The design is both simple and sophisticated, a sacred geometry in stone. Radiocarbon dating places its construction at 11,600 years ago, thousands of years before pottery, the pyramids or Stonehenge. These people were hunter-gatherers, not farmers, yet they built on a monumental scale. The pillars, weighing up to 10 tons, were quarried, carved and erected without wheels or metal tools. This required a coordinated workforce and social organization we never expected from the Stone Age. Göbekli Tepe isn't just old stones. It's a testament to a forgotten, brilliant chapter of humanity. It challenges everything we thought we knew about our ancestors. For decades, we believed that agriculture was the catalyst that ignited the flame of human progress. Then came settled villages, the building blocks of larger societies, and finally, temples, symbols of organized religion. But Göbekli Tepe, this incredible archaeological site in Turkey, shatters that timeline, throwing everything we thought we knew about the origins of civilization into question. Its builders were hunter-gatherers. Surprisingly, no evidence of domesticated plants or animals has been found at the site, yet they somehow managed to create the world's first known monumental architecture. Here the temple came before the town, challenging the established sequence of development. This suggests that building something sacred may have been the very thing that sparked the invention of civilization itself. Religion, it seems, may have inadvertently invented agriculture, not the other way around as we previously assumed, and unprecedented levels of cooperation, demonstrating the power of collective effort to achieve extraordinary things. The site forces us to fundamentally rethink the origins of civilization. It is more awe-inspiring and mysterious than we ever imagined, challenging our assumptions and opening up new avenues of inquiry into our past. Who were the architects of this breathtaking site? Who conceived of and constructed Göbekli Tepe? We have no names etched in history, no written records passed down through generations. Only the silent, eloquent clues embedded in stone and soil. The earth itself holds the secrets of these ancient people. These were pre-pottery Neolithic hunter-gatherers, existing before the advent of pottery, agriculture and many of the technologies we associate with early civilizations. They were living in a land that was then a paradise, rich with wild animals roaming free and an abundance of edible plants flourishing under the sun. Far from struggling against a harsh environment, they thrived in abundance, enjoying a prosperity that allowed them to dedicate time and resources to something beyond mere survival. This prosperity is what made such a colossal project, requiring immense effort and coordination, even conceivable. The archaeological record reveals tens of thousands of animal bones, mostly gazelle and aurochs, large wild cattle. These remains suggest massive feasts, elaborate communal gatherings that likely played a central role in their social and spiritual lives. These weren't just meals, they were rituals, This was more than just a settlement. It was a pilgrimage site, a destination of profound significance. Göbekli Tepe acted as a magnet, drawing nomadic groups from across the vast Anatolian region, uniting them in shared purpose. The sheer scale of construction, the movement and carving of these massive stones required the coordinated effort of hundreds of people. This implies a complex social organization, a system of leadership and cooperation that allowed them to achieve this monumental feat. Yet, despite the scale of the project, there's no evidence of kings, queens or elites holding absolute power. We find no grand burials filled with treasures, no opulent palaces showcasing the wealth of rulers. Leadership may have been temporary, perhaps based on specialized skill in stoneworking, or the charisma to inspire and guide others. The builders were undoubtedly driven by a powerful belief system, a shared understanding of the world and their place within it. This belief system served as the bedrock, uniting them in a common vision and fueling their extraordinary efforts. Their society, as far as we can tell, appears largely egalitarian, with a focus on communal effort rather than individual power. It was a society built on cooperation, on shared goals, and on the understanding that they could achieve something extraordinary together. The people of Göbekli Tepe offer a profound lesson that civilization's deepest roots lie not in conquest or domination, but in community, collaboration, and shared spiritual purpose. Their legacy is not one of war or empire, but one of unity, creativity expressed through stunning art, and a profound belief in something greater than themselves. Though the individual identities of the builders are lost to time, the ghosts of their presence remain, their collective achievement enduring in the silent, powerful stones. They remind us that the path to civilization, to lasting achievement, was paved not just with power and ambition, but with shared dreams, collective effort, and a unifying vision. The pillars of Göbekli Tepe are alive with carvings, a Stone Age bestiary in limestone. We see foxes, leopards, bulls, cranes, spiders, scorpions, and snakes depicted with remarkable skill. The focus is on powerful, often dangerous animals, not the ones they hunted for food. These carvings are symbolic totem animals, spirit guardians, or characters in lost myths. Among the most intriguing are vultures, sometimes shown with human elements, hinting at funerary rituals. Some archaeologists believe bodies were exposed to birds before burial, making the temple a gateway between worlds. Abstract symbols, H-shapes, crescents, discs add to the mystery. Are they early representations of the sun and moon, tribal emblems, or ritual signs? The carvings form a complex symbolic system, a way of recording beliefs before writing. The people of Göbekli Tepe were not illiterate. They wrote their worldview in stone. Their art is a beautiful, unsolved puzzle. The stones whisper stories we can only guess at. Each carving is a fragment of a lost language. The temple's walls are a library of the earliest human imagination. Deciphering them is our ongoing challenge. At Göbekli Tepe's heart stand the T-shaped pillars, monolithic, imposing and unique. Archaeologist Klaus Schmidt believed these pillars represent stylized human figures. Some have carved arms, hands and clothing, but no faces, anonymous, otherworldly beings. The twin central pillars in each enclosure may represent divine pairs or founding ancestors. Creating these sentinels required immense effort, quarrying, carving and transporting 10-ton stones with only flint tools. The pillars were the architecture, arranged in circles, facing inward like a silent congregation. Entering the enclosures, people were surrounded by these towering figures, a space set apart from the ordinary world. The effect was powerful, a place where human and spirit worlds met. These stone guardians watched over rituals for more than 1,000 years. Their silent presence endures, a testament to a vanished faith. Why did hunter-gatherers build Göbekli Tepe? The site shows no signs of permanent habitation. All evidence points to ritual, a sacred sanctuary, not a village. Its location and design suggest gatherings tied to seasons or astronomical events. Massive feasts and festivals drew people from across the region, reinforcing social bonds. The carvings hint at shamanistic beliefs, ancestor worship, and complex ideas about death and the afterlife. Göbekli Tepe was a fixed point in a mobile world, a place of origin and return. By carving myths into stone, they made their beliefs real and enduring. Building the temple was an act of creation, mirroring the creation of the world itself. It brought order to chaos, a cosmos on a hill. After more than 1,000 years, Göbekli Tepe's builders did something extraordinary. They buried their temple. This was no abandonment, it was a careful, laborious act. The stone circles were filled with limestone tools and animal bones, centuries of debris entombing the sacred enclosures. Why? Perhaps beliefs changed, or a new religion emerged. The burial may have been a final ritual marking the end of an era. Each enclosure could have been used, then ritually buried, with new ones built nearby. This deliberate backfilling preserved the site for 10,000 years, a time capsule for the future. In burying their temple, they protected their world for us to rediscover. Göbekli Tepe didn't just add a chapter to history, it forced us to rewrite the beginning. It proved that hunter-gatherers could build monumental architecture and organize complex societies. Our ancestors were not primitive, they were creative, organized, and driven by meaning. The site challenges the idea that farming was the foundation of civilization. Religion and ritual may have driven the need for agriculture, not the other way around. Göbekli Tepe is a paradigm shift, showing that civilization is older and more diverse than we thought. It humbles us, reminding us of the ingenuity of our distant ancestors. They built a complex world with shared beliefs as their blueprint. The site's discovery shakes our assumptions about who we are and where we come from. The echoes of Göbekli Tepe still reshape our understanding today. Today, Göbekli Tepe is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, protected for future generations. Most of the site remains unexcavated, its secrets still hidden beneath the hill. Archaeologists continue their painstaking work, knowing each discovery could change history again. Göbekli Tepe reminds us that the past is a living puzzle, full of surprises. It shows that the urge to gather, create and seek meaning is as old as humanity itself. The story of Göbekli Tepe is a story of us, our imagination, our beliefs, our drive to shape the world. The echoes from Potbelly Hill remind us that profound mysteries still lie just beneath the surface. In many ways, the story of Göbekli Tepe has only just begun.